one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley.
Who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Tuesday, December the 30th, 2025, and it's K-Dub Tuesday here on the show. Nebraska's open up tomorrow to play Utah in the Las Vegas Bowl at 2:30 tomorrow. We will be on air starting pregame show at 12 o'clock. Bock, how you doing, sir?
Oh, not too bad. Glad to be here. It's game day eve, so it can't be too awful, right, for us as we get hopefully one last chance to prove Nebraska football worth, I suppose, and redirect the feelings of the end of the season there from November.
Yeah, a lot of more football left, y'all. So we're not gonna put the E by Bock yet. We had one more game yesterday. Thomas and Lincoln said, "How far is Farley behind the text line?" Also, what's the percentages?
I can work on the percentages while you guys talk, but yeah, I mean the text line and Farley are all tied up. I think we've got 13 games, something like that, to predict today, and it all come down to this week.
18 games left.
I told you, man.
Kenny.
I told you.
I don't want to hear you.
Stay humble.
I am humble.
They caught you.
Look.
They caught up with you.
They didn't catch me. It was
You're tied.
It was one game. I had a one game.
You had
lead.
a 5-game lead.
Not on them.
Yes, you did on the text line.
It
yes,
doesn't matter, Kenny.
Yes, you did. And I told you.
I don't talk to guys who has 76 victories.
8-4.
76 victories on the year.
8-4.
Yeah, 8. I was 8-4 also.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick differently, and I still end up the way that I do. Now
tied with the text line.
114 to 68. Bock is 107 to 75, and Kenny is 76 and 45. No percentage winners, straight out dubs.
So now it's no percentage winners, right? Last week you were talking about percentage.
No.
You see how fast
if he's leading in the percentage,
if he's leading in it,
I'm gonna win anyway. I'm not worried about this.
Bock, what's the percentage?
Yeah, so there is no percentage winners, but just if there was, Kenny, you have a 62.8% winning percentage. The text line and Trail have a 62.6 win percentage. So Kenny is leading.
No, Kenny's not leading. Damn.
Now I'm not leading, Bob.
There's no sense.
Last week you said you were leading in percentage points when you were up by.
Do you see the difference?
I see the difference.
Read it out one time.
I see the difference.
What's the top two? What it says?
That says Bock.
Bock is
Terrell Farley and text line.
Okay.
But I do believe it says 114 to 114.
Yeah.
Farley in the text line.
Yeah.
But I told
that's
you.
That's who I'm battling. You?
But you just said you weren't worried about that.
I'm not worried about you.
No, you said the text line.
I'm not worried about Bock.
You said you weren't worried about.
Bock is about to get the E with the asterisk to it, which says you're eliminated.
But 2 weeks ago, you said you weren't worried about the text line either. 2 weeks ago, those were your words.
Yeah.
You said you're the greatest at picking.
I am.
You can't be the greatest if they caught up with you.
It's not the end yet.
It's not the end yet?
Yeah. It's almost the end for them.
Oh. No, it's not.
It's almost. They're going to do something.
Almost counts in what?
They're not smart enough.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
They're not smart enough.
They're not smart enough.
Pick playoff games like I do.
Text line, you hear them. Yeah. Come get them.
They're going to go with Miami. They're going to go with Alabama. teams like that.
You went with Roll Tide?
Yeah, for that game.
Oh,
I'm
for
not
that
roll. Yeah, it's a odd switch, Kenny. They switch.
You switch.
Bad. They switch bad.
Oh Lord, Buck, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean, no. I'm just saying though, man. I've proven myself over and over, not only in football, but in basketball, NCAA.
Yeah, so you say.
Yeah, Bob, you see my
blind squirrel finds
my bracket.
Yeah, he's a multiple bracket guy, and every year one of his brackets does pretty darn well.
One of his ones, but not the ones that come in with the text.
I'm not a 10 bracket guy.
You got 4.
3. Only 3.
But you should use the one that you use here.
No. That's my one that I make up while I sit down and study is my best. Not study, but I use a little common sense. That's my best one.
He said I use a little common sense. Did you hear that, Bob?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. All it takes is some common sense.
Bob didn't use common sense making most of his picks.
He was trying to catch up.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you
swallow your pride.
Yeah, sometimes he has just to make the right pick and don't, because if he didn't, he probably would be 4 games behind us right now instead of 7.
Well, it's not like I'm 20 games behind you.
Like that man is way behind.
Almost 200 games we're picking. It's not that awful.
But you're almost eliminated.
No,
you
not.
shouldn't even be talking right now, Bob.
I'm a 2-time champ. I just
Thanks, Bob. Tell him, Bob.
Yeah, you are.
Tell him, Bob. How many times have you won?
Champ.
Yeah,
He's the defending champ. Until you dethrone him, he's still the champ.
How many times I won?
Yeah.
1.
Okay, so how many times has he won?
It doesn't matter. He's not going to win it this year.
Hold on, how many times has he won?
It doesn't matter.
2.
We don't go by
he's
the past.
the defending champion.
We don't talk
dethroned.
about the past. Just like we don't talk about the 90s, we don't talk about the past in here. So
how quick you want to flip the script, huh?
It's not flipping the script. Bach know what time it is. We have fun doing this, and
I love
this. Has been a tight year right here. This is probably one of been our tightest races because I think Rashawn was like 20 games out one time, and he just gave up.
Yeah,
like 20 games out of the lead.
20 games out. Yeah,
that's when he was the one talking about percentage points, right?
No,
that's when he started saying, "All right, this game's going to be worth 5 games."
I got you.
Yeah, he's trying to get his way back in.
1 game worth 10 victories.
Yeah,
he was tripping.
Yeah. Wow. All right, y'all. We're gonna have a razzle dazzle show today. We're gonna do some things different. We're gonna talk about Utah today. We're gonna go over all the things they do good and bad, and we're going to go over their depth.
I know they run the ball good.
Yeah, they run the ball good. We're going to do that probably in the second hour. But for right now, I want to talk about, is this the biggest transfer class ever in NCAA history, Bob, when we talk about college football? If you see the things that's going on, more than 10 college football teams have already lost 20 players or more to the transfer portal this season, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, in every season it seems to grow and get bigger, and more kids are kind of leaning into it. And again, I think there's something to be said about stability. There's something to be said about making the best of your career. I also think there's something to be said about the wild, life-changing money that is an opportunity for these players to potentially go after. So, I don't know. I know at the beginning of this, people kind of look at the transfer. Okay, these guys aren't loyal. This, that, and the other thing. At this point, if you adapt the professional model and kind of where we are now, it makes sense for a lot of people to at least field calls. I mean, I don't know about you, but if you're at your current job and somebody else calls you and they're going to offer you twice as much, you might at least think about it, right? So I do think that there's some interest.
Think about it.
Careful, you're at your job right now, Trill. But that's why you have to phrase that carefully here. But in any case. It's not a surprise necessarily to see it. Now, it always just kind of comes back to how much is it going to hit your team. I know Colorado specifically, again, is facing another rebuild. I think they're one of those teams that has like 20 plus folks in the transfer portal again. And so, that's kind of the route that Dion went through building that team. And so stability is not going to be of the utmost importance there, but coming off a difficult year, obviously now without your star players in place there, with a Heisman Trophy winner and a guy that's now starting in the NFL at quarterback, they took a hit there. So it's, again, I think it's going to only continue growing unless you incentivize the players not to do it. Remember, they don't have to sit out a year. I mean, this is, so, it's kind of all open free agency if any player wants to opt in.
Yeah, you're right about that. But when I talk about teams, the Big 12 has 5 teams with 20 plus or more, starting with Okie State with 41.
Oh, yeah.
Iowa State only has 26 kids on their roster right now. They also have over 40-some kids.
26 kids listed on their roster.
On their roster right now. You got to think about the guys who asked for their national letter of intent to be resent, so they don't have to deal with all that. I think when coaches leave, it dampers a program. When you look at Okie State and Iowa State right now, probably going to be the worst 2 teams in the Big 12 next year when you look at what they're going through. When we talk about the SEC, we talk about 4 teams with 20-plus players. You talk about Auburn, who's now heading up the list with their 5-star quarterback who just hopped in the portal. You got to look at their 5-star receiver just hopping in the portal. Other teams are playing great, but when you talk about the Big 10, 1 team with 20-plus players in it. ACC, 2 teams with 20-plus players in it. So, like I said, you got a team like Okie State, who has 40-some plus players on their roster, making it, with 40 players hitting the transfer portal, setting up one of the largest roster turnovers in college football history. Texas loses 3 of their top 3 running backs in the transfer portal. So, Bock, we do have a problem when we talk about college football to everybody wants to jump ship every year. I think it's just something has to be done for it. I hear John Calipari making a great point about 27-year-olds playing in college.
Mm-hmm.
Should there be a age limit?
Yep.
Maybe should be. You shouldn't be able to be drafted, wait 2 years, Bock, and then come back to college.
Mm-mm.
If you're gonna get drafted and you don't want to go, you should have to do that in the next month or so, not in the next 3 years when you can come back and just put a damper on playing with little kids. I don't like the older kids playing with the little kids unless you're in the military or something, right? Like that. That's one thing I do agree with if you're in the military. But when you got people going overseas to play and then want to come back to college basketball, football, it's not cool.
Yeah, it's a free for all right now. It's on a. You seen the taking a Pelham 123, that train that wouldn't stop. That's what it's on right now.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
It's great. It ain't no roller coaster.
It's worse than a roller coaster.
It's on the train with no brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bock,
how would you? Is it as simple as going back to making you sit out a year? Maybe get one transfer.
I'll give you one free one.
Yeah,
that's it. I think if you choose to transfer, it's a one-time transfer rule. If you transfer again, you have to sit out a year.
I do it like this. I go even deeper with it. I let you sit out. I let you transfer one time. Next time you miss the first 3 games of the season. The next time you miss the whole year. Needs to be some kind of rule implicated, because if you don't know it, you're going to be a kid who goes to 5 different colleges in 5 different years.
And may not graduate. And
may not graduate.
You're going to say you're an alumni.
But you're chasing money every year.
Yep.
And that money don't last forever. The kids don't know how to manage that. Some do. But when you got kids coming from, places that they didn't grow up with money, that money is going to be gone faster than when the mall opened up and they got some new J's out. So I'm just saying, man, it's just sad how we can't ever go through a cycle of college football without somebody transferring.
It will, unless they put a halt to it, change the rule. Whereas you get a one-time transfer. Second time you have to sit a year. It ain't gonna end.
Well, and I do think it's funny because people go back to, well, it's a free world. You should be able to go wherever you want. You should be able to go to college wherever you want. You can transfer wherever you want to go to college, but as far as playing college football and as far as like having some sort of roster management intact, or you got to remember at the top of this has got to be somewhat structured and organized, and so again, it's not necessarily limiting your options in the world. It's just as far as competing in sports, in college football. I think there just has to be some more guardrails put around that. And I think going back to sitting out a year, and especially remember it didn't used to be like, all right, you get one and then you get like, this is just trying to stop people from jumping left and right and just completely everybody entering the transfer portal. If you see it as you can only do it once, well, then you're going to be very strategic about it, right? Then you're going to have to think twice about all the choices that you're making. Again, if you want to go to 4 different colleges, the world's open to you. But as far as playing football, it's going to. I think they just got to make it a little bit more difficult to do all this, because again, I mean, or restructure the sport, right? I mean, that's part of it too, because these bowl games that we're sitting in, I don't even know what to make a whole lot of it, even if you do beat Utah, right? Because 2 days later, a few big names can kind of change how you even felt about that Utah game or the past, and so it's just all jumbled kind of mess. And here we are in the middle of the mess, trying to make what's what out of each thing.
Yeah, it's mind boggling to me. But again, it makes you think, like college to me was an experience, for one, being on a university's campus, and then establishing the friendships that you make your time at that university. There's still friends today. Like Farley texted us his black shirt picture. I had to text him mine. I mean, there's some really good guys on that team that you talk to at least once a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you're going from school to school to school, you're not building relationships. You're trying to be a chameleon where you fit in, and you play the game, you make your money, then you go back in the transfer portal. You ain't loyal. There's no brotherhood in that. So, like Farley always says, it was him. He's 22 and old. Not 22 and 2.
Yeah, 22 and 0.
Although you did take a little bit of blame when Grant was in the room for a few of those losses.
I've let my teammates down, but I tried to, come back and make things right. But I'm never gonna do what most of these kids do and just leave school just because things don't go right. Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes you pick the wrong school, and I give kids that because money's been thrown your way. You really don't know the coaches, because coaches lie.
Oh, you sold a dream. Yes, you were sold a dream.
Coaches are liars. Nothing makes a coach more innocent than just lying to a kid, but
well, that goes back to the old question, though, and I asked Kenny in the coaching field of that, is because that's what I hear a lot is, well, what if a coach leaves? Well, it used to be don't commit to the coach, commit to the school, right? Because that was part of the possibility. And then the other part of that was, well, at the time, the coaches, that's a profession. So it's more of an understanding of why they might leave for a better job. That happens in the open world all the time. Whereas the players were kind of seen on, a different level of, playing field of, okay, well, you're the player, you're getting a scholarship, all that sort of stuff. Now there's more kind of mixing between, okay, well, some players are making more money than some of the coaches. So it's hard to argue that it's their profession and not the players and all that. Can you go back to a spot of don't commit to the coach, commit to the school?
Well, recruiting, the process starts with the coach. So you get to know the coach gets to know you. You come on campus, you talk to the head coach, you talk to other guys, the strength coach. So you're establishing relationships. Your first relationship that's established is with the position coach, usually, or the coach that's recruiting you. When, like Farley said, I mean, when Coach Brown came, the recruiting process started, and ultimately I was going to make the decision for myself. One, first and foremost, I'm going to get the chance to get a good education. 2, opportunity to play and win championships, Big 8 and national championships. I didn't commit to Coach Brown. I didn't commit to University of Nebraska until Coach Osborne made an effort to come sit in my living room in St. Louis. Then when I did that, I committed to the University of Nebraska first, Coach Brown and Coach Osborne. That was the process I took. Now, is it being done this way nowadays? No. I mean, like you said, it's the highest bidder who can give me the most money. And then most of it now is about position coaches. If a position coach leaves and the kid, I saw it firsthand. Or if there's no relationship with the head coach, that kid is going to leave. So Will it ever go back to the old days? I doubt it. Kids nowadays aren't, like I said, they're going to 4 or 5 schools. They're not committed to one school. It's the highest bidder right now, unless the rules change. So it's the highest bidder right now, and then it's tied to a position coach or an agent that, represents him and a position coach, and now they're both doing the same thing. They're jumping ship. So, yeah, it's just a sad state right now. I hope it can get back and get fixed, and we get to a better position in college football, college basketball, college athletics in general, but I doubt if it happens anytime soon.
Yeah, it's terrible when you look at it. Like I said, Auburn's quarterback, just Cam, what's his name, Bock? I just had it up here.
I don't know. You just hit the portal?
Yeah, Deuce Knight. He hit the portal a little while ago. In his starting debut against Mercer, he threw for Knight had total over 600 yards and 6 TDs. So was ranked as a 5-star recruit in the 2025 class. 1 year, 6 months of ball, and you want to go somewhere else.
Well, that's because there was a coaching change.
Yeah.
And then the new coach probably doesn't fit the new coach's philosophy or style. Or he doesn't think that he can work within the confines of the new staff and what they're trying to, the direction they want to take. So in his defense, yeah, I'm willing to bet you he's been sitting down. They've been talking with the coaching staff, talking with the head coach, position coach, and seeing what they have planned for the future. And then he decided it wasn't a good fit for him.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
All right, Bob. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, they've got I think Jackson Arnold into the transfer portal too. So
he's from Auburn too, ain't he?
Yeah. So I think they're going to have some decisions to make there in the transfer portal themselves.
All right, when we come back, we're going to look at the Nick Saban coaching tree. And guess how many coaches he got in the playoffs? We'll tell you next when we come back. 93.7 The Ticket.
It's that time of year when one episode turns into just one more season, when dessert turns into dinner, and time doesn't exist until the clock strikes midnight. Wait, what time is it? It's time to finish strong. At Planet Fitness, we're not waiting for the new year to give it everything we've got. Enjoy 24-hour access at most clubs when you join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Deal ends December 31st. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's
402-560-6197.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket all week for coverage of Nebraska football's appearance in the 2025 Las Vegas Bowl. Coverage of Nebraska football's bowl game is sponsored by Advanced Medical Imaging, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, MWR Building and Fence, and Amigos Kings Classic on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket all week for coverage of Nebraska football's appearance in the 2025 Las Vegas Bowl. Coverage of Nebraska football's bowl game is sponsored by Advanced Medical Imaging, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, MWR Building and Fence, and Amigos Kings Classic on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is K-Dub Tuesday in effect with former coach, player, Blackshirt, student of the game, teacher of the game, recruiter of the game, jack of all trades, master of nothing, especially not picking games.
Really? See what I'm saying, Bob? Can't be home.
I have to catch you from the well. You got to catch me from the beginning.
8-4
next year.
8-4.
You're just gonna have to just catch me.
I'm gonna catch you. Catch me outside.
Next year.
How about that?
Next year. Custer says, Kenny, if you come back for this next season, you'll smoke Bock the Blackshirt out of the water. How do they figure that, Bock?
I don't know.
He used to coach.
It's your winning percent. It's the winning percentage.
It ain't no winning percentage, Bock. I mean,
still, it's not blowing you out of the water.
I
would blow you out the water. I would.
Still an F. 68 is an F, Bock.
68 is an F. Huh?
Yeah, it's an F. It's still.
Yeah, we all failed in that case.
You failing too. Yeah.
68 is an F, right? That's what you got.
68%.
We're at 62% for you guys.
62%, yeah.
You rounded up to 63 if it makes you feel better.
Yeah,
still
if we was doing baseball, your percentage wouldn't be good because 76 games or 46, that's not good in baseball.
Yes, it is.
That's pretty darn good.
That's really good in baseball.
Baseball?
So you never played baseball?
Yes, I have. 114. I'm like the Dodgers right now. I'm the Dodgers.
Bro, see?
I'm the Dodgers.
Now you're getting beside yourself.
Yeah. No, I'm not. 113 to 68. They play 188 games. Don't they, Bock?
Yeah, I mean, you were pretty close.
So we done played what? We done picked how many, Bock?
Let's see. About 180 something. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm the Dodgers of college football. Pick it. Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, boy.
182. You're right. I think we're
right on. You're right on it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm just glad you can do simple math.
Hey, I went to school. I'm not one of those guys, even though I left early sometimes in college.
You attended college. You didn't go to school.
Coach Osborne check classes.
Yep.
Okay. He at the door.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, I left after.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah. I said you attended school, but didn't go to class.
I had already graduated, in JUCO before I came here. So, that one.
So did I. But so you had to graduate here, though.
No, not really. But it would have helped. But sometimes those degrees don't help at all.
You're right. You're right.
So
you are right.
Like these kids, I think they're just gonna get a piece of paper for every college they went to because you got guys who's going on their 5th or 6th college in 3 years probably.
Yeah.
Thomas and Lincoln said it'll be between the text line and Kenny.
Thomas, I appreciate you, brother. You're right.
For last place.
No,
that's
what he said? That's not what he said.
He said it'll be between the text line and Kenny for last place.
That's not what he said.
I think Terrell added for last place.
He added that. I know.
Yeah.
Because he knows what's right.
Bob says, Bob did give us 3 messages. Let me see. He said the schools can't defend those. I mean, they can't defend those restrictions in court when we talk about putting restrictions on transfer portals. I mean, if you go back to the first rule of transferring, it'll stick. I think when you talk about, because nobody ever made a rule saying that, nobody ever challenged the first one when it was sit out a year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go back to the old way, and the court shouldn't have anything to do with football. I think you should get you a committee, make that committee, make the rules, stamp it, enforce it, and don't give up. I mean, I never seen the NCAA give up to so many 18 and 19 and 20-year-old kids when you don't want to give a 6-7 year guy their eligibility. So,
man, I just go back and I'm thinking, okay, these kids are getting paid, right? Like Bock said, some of it is life-changing money, right? And I look back and I think back the recruiting process I went
all
through.
of it is life-changing money.
No, so and I guess I'm one of a few. I grew up in a house. It was 26 of us in one house. Didn't have much. I mean, didn't have much.
Damn.
Slept in a twin bed with my 3 brothers.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
I go on a recruiting visit, and Bock said it, life-changing money. This guy puts that money on the table. Knew right from wrong. I knew in my heart it was wrong, right? It was illegal, but it was life-changing money. I knew if I took it, nothing would happen because nobody would know but me and that specific university and the person that gave up the money. I didn't take the money. I said, I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna go the right route and go the long way to get where I need to go. Looking back on it today, if I had to make that decision again, I'd make that same decision. I wouldn't have taken that money.
I'll take that damn money. I would. How poor I am now, I'll take it. I play for $100 a week.
Because again, I knew if I took it, I went there, it wouldn't have been the best decision. Like you said, you make the wrong decision for the wrong reason. I didn't want to make it for that reason, just because I knew the money that I was getting at that point, and then the money they said it was going to give me every month. I was like, nah, this ain't the right place for me, because that's all they was talking was money. You know what I mean? So they never once said about going to school, getting an education, graduating, and possibly getting you in a better situation than you are now. So that's why my decision was made to come to the University of Nebraska, because that's what was told to me. No, don't regret that one bit.
Yeah.
So the life-changing money that these kids are getting today, hopefully they're getting, you said that you don't think they're getting educated on how to put money away, save money, and manage their money and their time. But hopefully that's not the case, and they're getting that, because as you can see some of these kids, the cars they're driving, the necklaces they go buy, and, like you said, that money be gone real fast. Right? You said you'd be in the mall buying the new Jordans yourself. Did you not?
Oh, I just imagine. Give me. You got kids making $800,000 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
$800,000 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
That's life changing money.
That's about $500,000 after taxes.
Still 500 more thousand than I got.
Yeah.
Just to play football.
Mm-hmm.
No way that should happen. No way. I mean, I believe in compensating kids,
yes.
But probably 100,000 a kid. Restrictions. That's what it need to be, Bob.
Well, it's so interesting because, Kenny, I like your story because I think there probably is, as usual, not enough light shine on those type of stories. I think there are plenty of people, we kind of get into this day and see how many people go in the transfer portal and look at that number. Well, look who's sticking around, right? I mean, because there is a big group of folks that are doing that as well. And, as we often do, and I'm as guilty as anybody who say, and I did the example earlier. Well, what if, a competitor comes in and offers you the same, double the money for the same job? How many of us would be able to turn that down? At the same time, I think most of us do settle in, or you kind of get into a spot. Not necessarily that you're just going to always be loyal or whatever the case may be, but I think most people, or a lot of people anyway, would have an opportunity to make more money elsewhere, right? But what matters more to them is, okay, well, this is close to my family. I can drive, all that sort of stuff. So there are a lot more that goes into it than just the money for a lot of people. But there are going to be those folks that are just kind of looking at the bottom line. Again, for folks that are going to be in that discussion, I suppose, for the most part, if you're getting an offer and it's in the same neighborhood, it's going to be life-changing money either way, right? You're not, and so I get the idea of, okay, well, I'm not going to turn down everything for nothing, right? But if you're kind of talking about being the highest bidder, it shouldn't be just completely, and I don't think it is for most kids of who is literally offering me the most money. It's still the complete package. I would have to think, but at the same time, I also think I wonder how much you have to jump in the portal to kind of get your true value, right? Because I think you're fielding calls either way. So I think that's a big part of this that's very interesting is, even the guys that don't enter the transfer portal, are they fielding calls as well? And we're hearing from most coaches that is the case.
Yeah. I'm going to give you another example. My 9 years at the University of Nebraska, when I came back, Jeff Jamrock brought me back in a recruiting role. And then Riley's second year, I was fortunate enough to become the director of high school relations. I got a bump in pay. There was 4 opportunities that presented themselves for me to leave the University of Nebraska to be back on the field as a coach. Turned all 4 of them down because of my loyalty to the University of Nebraska. Now, money was a little bit more, but still, that I felt that my place was at the University of Nebraska because of what that place done for me as a person, as a student athlete, and as a human being. So that's why I didn't leave, because of my loyalty to the University of Nebraska. The brotherhood that we have, being as a black shirt, winning the Big 8 championship twice, that's where my loyalty lied. So that's why I did not accept jobs at other places. You said now there's players on that roster that, like Harburg, that didn't leave. You know what I mean? He stuck around. Corcoran stuck around. I can name a couple more guys that, the Branches, the Bookers, guys that have stayed there throughout their university, throughout their years of college athletics, didn't waver. A couple of them were walk-ons, a couple of them were scholarship guys, but, I commend those guys. So there are a select few kids that decide to stay at one university and create friendships for life. So, yeah, for those guys that do it, I commend them for it. But there's few and far between them.
Yeah, especially as Terrell was kind of pointing out earlier with kind of the rosters, problems that are popping up at places like Iowa State.
Yeah, a lot of them. Nick Saban coaching tree, Bock. When we talk about Nick Saban, we can also talk about the coaching tree from Todd Osborne. If you really look at it, you look at the Craig Bowes, who went to North Dakota, went over there and started his own pipeline up over there. Then took it to Wyoming. You can talk about a guy like Turner Gill, who went to Kansas, who went to Liberty, Buffalo. You can talk about Frank Solis, who went to Ohio and started his own legacy there. You can talk about Tony Samuel, who went to New Mexico State, who went to other places, Southeast Missouri State. Tuck Kenny and some of the other guys that grew up under him and helped y'all get into the coaching game. But when you talk about Nick Saban's coaching tree, Bock, and when we talk about his coaching tree, we're talking about the playoff coaches.
You left out one guy, Kevin Steele.
Kevin Steele, yeah, he left kind of early.
He left early.
Yeah, but he went back to Nick. He was a Nick guy too. Though,
he's a TO guy.
Yeah, he's a TO guy, but he was at.
He was under Nick.
Yeah, he was at. For a long time.
Yep.
But when you talk about this tree that Nick Saban got, Bob, just listen to this. These are just teams in the playoffs. Dan Landon, Oregon. Pete Golden, Ole Miss. Kirby Smart, UGA. Indiana, Kurt Signetti. Miami, Mario Cristobal. Bob, that's 5 coaches in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Rule needs to get him a good coaching tree up, and so we can get this program back on tight. I know we didn't get the defensive line coach that we was looking for. I think he's going back to Texas A&M. So, I still think he got a good group of coaches. I think some of the, the position coaches, like, I would like to see another helper at linebacker for that coach. I mean, I know I didn't see the things at linebacker that I like to see this year. I didn't see the guys use their hands a lot. I didn't see that footwork was kind of messed up. Guys missed a line a couple of times. But, it's just when you just look at that Nick Saban tree, man, that's just a good coaching staff, Bob.
Yeah, it's crazy, of course, especially when you kind of compare it to Osborne, is that, it's just the complete opposite approach now. Like you said, I mean, throwing the Monty Kiffins, I mean, there's plenty of names that came out of the Osborne tree, not saying that didn't happen, but the main thing with him was, okay, we're sticking, our coaching staff is going to stick together over all these years. And, that continuity is going to help the program again over 25 years. Obviously, you go through some different changes there, but for the most part, they were able to keep a lot of those teams, a lot of that coaching staff together. Saban's kind of the opposite, where it's like, man, in and out and just kind of creating different stars. And you kind of got into this, even to the point of like getting coaches on the rebound. So some of the names on the list are like a Lane Kiffin, right? Already had an established career, but was able to go back to Nick Saban and kind of revitalize it. And so it's just so interesting to see. And I don't know if you're ever going to see another coaching tree like Nick Saban. Of course, you kind of go into the Hayden Fries. I mean, there's certain ones that Bill Snyder's that are pretty impressive with a few names in there. But man, like you said, Terrell, and it's not just those kind of big names. I mean, the Pete Goldings of the world, the Dan Lannings, at the time, those are up and comers that came through. So it wasn't just the one side of it where, okay, I already know I have these established guys. Kirby Smart grew up, through the Nick Saban coaching tree. So it really was done at all angles. And again, I think what we're talking about two of the greatest of all time there, different approaches, but obviously similar results.
Didn't Sarkisian go to Alabama?
Yeah. He went through the Nick Saban.
Yeah. Speaking of linebackers taking on using their hands, did you watch the game? Luke Gifford?
The 49ers?
Yeah.
That was a good game.
He took on a puller, shuffled his feet down, took it on square, got off the block, made the tackle. When you just said that made me think of him. He played well. He made the Pro Bowl too, so
yeah,
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Local kid and if I told you story about him, and then did you see Watts get the interception?
Xavier Watts?
Yeah, he got an interception.
The Falcons looked good yesterday.
They did. And so then somebody tweeted out what could have been, and because he was at Nebraska, that he wouldn't even came for the camp, Friday Night Lights camp. And I was like, man, stories I could tell. The stories I could tell.
That is one of the bigger misses out of the state, man, especially the last couple of years.
Yep. But no, we need to start getting those kids that don't supposed to leave this state. It'll be a big help for Nebraska. It's a big help for the state of Nebraska. When we talk about it, we just have to do a better job in identifying these kids, because we shouldn't let 10 of our best players get out of the state every year. Even if it's 5 we can get. 5 would be great to me.
T.O. always said the top 5 was going to get a scholarship in Nebraska, no matter what.
Yeah. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock and the Black Shirt. K-Dub Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the number one fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, where your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. We're kicking off 2026 with a party on Friday, January 2nd, featuring Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys, who are turning 93.7 The Ticket into a skate park. You heard that right. Make plans to stop by The Ticket between 5 and 8 p.m. on Friday, January 2nd for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a vintage market plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you do not want to miss. Stop by The Ticket prior to the Nebraska basketball game on Friday, January 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket all week for coverage of Nebraska football's appearance in the 2025 Las Vegas Bowl. Coverage of Nebraska football's bowl game is sponsored by Advanced Medical Imaging, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, MWR Building and Fence, and Amigos Kings Classic on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
You're listening to Bock in the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt. Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer,
Infrastructure,
Bauer,
Underground,
Barrett.
Excavating.
Shout out to Bauer, them out there in the Lincoln and Omaha areas, holding it down.
In this weather.
Yeah, this weather ain't bad, man. I used to pour concrete in this weather. A little colder, too.
I don't believe that one bit.
I poured concrete in probably 10 degrees.
I don't believe that one bit. You didn't stay long.
You have to. If you're pouring 100 yards, 100 yards takes about, depends how long the trucks take. Sometimes the trucks are 5 minutes apart. Sometimes they're 20 minutes apart. Sometimes they right back to back to back. But
how long did you stay at that job?
How many years did you stay there?
How many years did I do concrete?
Yeah.
7.
You really?
Yeah.
You don't like cold weather?
I had to do it.
Okay.
Paycheck. Couldn't sit in the inside and talk football like I could now. All right, y'all. Nebraska women basketball team suffered their first loss yesterday to USC 74-66. Bob?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We knew it was going to come to an end for them at one point, just like it likely will for the men. I don't think either team is going undefeated. Now, Nebraska on the women's side certainly not in that conversation, but still a valiant effort against a pretty darn good team in USC. So, able to somewhat keep that within, 10 points, end up losing by 8 there to a top 25 squad. But that's kind of the question here for the Huskers as we kind of get into it. And USC really helped, by the way, by a second half, third quarter specifically, helped them win that game. But now Nebraska will travel to Iowa. Let's see. I mean, I think from a lot of us, we're kind of thinking, maybe you could split that, then that would be a pretty good representation, prove you belong in the top 25. If they lose that one, then, the Huskers come into this week ranked number 20, might, kind of being on the outside looking in again. So we'll kind of see how it looks. But as we've been talking all along, not likely to go undefeated throughout the entirety of the season. You drop one to USC, of course, doesn't have Juju Watkins, but one of the best programs in women's basketball. They were ready to go, and again, just ultimately was able to beat Nebraska there and knock them from the undefeated ranks.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game, Kenny?
I watched a little bit of it. It's when you're going up against top-notch teams, you can't have an off night. You can't. You got to be hitting on all cylinders. And like you said, even without Juju, they're a pretty good team. So that was going to be a tough test for Nebraska anyway. But this going against Iowa will be a bounce back opportunity for them. They can, like Bock said, if they can split that, then we can stay in the top 25 and then finish the rest of the season off.
Yeah, you still have to play teams like UCLA, who's probably one of the better teams in the Big Ten. You still have to play like the Iowa girls, who I think are pretty decent. Still a couple more teams out there that, you still have to go through this rough Big Ten schedule. Not really a cakewalk for anybody, especially when you talk about the men's side, because of so many ranked teams. You got Michigan, you got Purdue, who just suffered their first loss the other night. You got so many great teams that's out there. And if the men do fall a couple of games, it's only a couple of games. Let's just keep your heads together. It's like, I really like where every program in this university is going right now, especially, the basketball with the women's and the men's. Wrestling is always up there. Volleyball is top of the school. You still have the great bowling, softball. You talk about baseball, So, I heard somebody talking earlier today on an earlier show. Do you think Nebraska athletics overall is the top 25 program when we talk about University of Nebraska? I think we are when we talk about all sports
when you combine all sports.
I think it's the top 15 program when you talk about that part. Bob?
Yeah, I was trying to look. I know they did the athletic. They do the athletic department. I can't remember what it's called. The Governor's Cup, maybe something like that. Along those lines, anyways. Nebraska did have a top 25 finish this past season. It was the first time in several years. So yeah, the athletic department in general has been onward and upward and moving in the right direction for Nebraska, and hopefully we can kind of see that in everywhere, right? I mean, the more money these Big Ten programs make, that's part of the idea of being in it is maybe it can kind of spread out throughout the entire department. Nebraska does a good job. And some of those programs too. I mean, there's not, you just got to decide where you want to conquer, so to speak. I mean, there's in some sports, there's not a whole lot of competition among other Power 4 schools. And then there's some sports Nebraska's not in that, like a rowing or something like that other schools take very seriously. And so it's hard to kind of get an equal representation just because most schools are kind of playing different sports and getting different rankings involved in there. But I guess the biggest idea again is for the teams that you field, have them be competitive. And Nebraska as a university has done a good job.
Yeah. The men got a big test coming up this week.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Michigan State.
They got to get past New Hampshire tonight. Don't forget that.
No.
They have New Hampshire as well.
Yeah. I don't mean it as they're going to look past tonight's game, but the women had a tough test against USC. We get past tonight, men get past tonight, and then Friday's going to be a huge test against Michigan State. So we'll see what we got.
Friday is going to be a wild day. That's going to be the cap of what it is. But remember, that's when the transfer portal opens.
Mm-hmm.
So that is just that is a wild day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be very strange Friday here. I think we're back on the air Friday. We're off Thursday.
Yep.
We're back on the air Friday. So we'll know a lot more Friday when teams will be able to really identify who they're going to go after. We need to figure out who we're going to get at quarterback, who we're going to try to get at running back. Still a lot of more positions we could talk about. But when we come back next, we'll talk about some Utah football and what to expect and the showdown tomorrow between number 12, what that rank is?
Number 15.
Number 15, 10-2, Utah versus 7-5, Nebraska. We'll be right back. Bock The Blackshirt, K-Dub Tuesday.
We're kicking off 2026 with a party on Friday, January 2nd, featuring Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys, who are turning 93.7 The Ticket into a skate park. You heard that right. Make plans to stop by The Ticket between 5 and 8 p.m. on Friday, January 2nd for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a vintage market plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you do not want to miss. Stop by The Ticket prior to the Nebraska basketball game on Friday, January 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show Sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley.
Who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is K-Dub Tuesday with former Husker coach, receiver coordinator, Blackshirt.
Recruiting coordinator.
Oh, Kenny Wilhite.
Receiving coordinator.
Receiving coordinator?
Yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah, I got too much on my mind.
Yeah,
it's almost the end of the year, man. I got so much stuff on my mind about next year and the things I want to do and
pray on it, brother.
And how I'm gonna do it. And you know, it's just you know, it gets to this point every year when it gets towards the end of the year, and you can ask yourself, well, what can I do to make myself a better Terrell? Nothing.
Yes,
No, I'm already okay with where I'm at in life.
Stop. Time out.
I mean, it's some things I could do better, but you know what else can I do? I mean, not what else, but you know, I'm getting to the point. I'm a grandfather. You know, I'm in Nebraska by myself. You know, I got great friends. You know, that's probably one of the reasons I stay here, because of, you know, the friendships I got with some of you guys, and, you know, being close to, you know, most of the old school players, Ricky Simmons, Kenny, Steve Taylor, guys like that. Gets to a point where, you know, a guy just thinks a lot, and, you know, got to figure out life all over again. Sometimes I ask myself that.
I don't want you to get comfortable. I just continue to strive to be a better version of yourself. Pray on it. Continue to do things like you're doing for your grandbaby and your kids, and it'll be all right. Don't think about it too much. Don't, because it's only going to add more stress to your life. That's why you're getting a gray beard now.
It shaves off.
I know, but
believe me,
stress brings grays, bro. That's why I cut my hair off. Too much gray. So, no, bro, just pray on it, man.
I talked to Mickey the other day on the phone, and he hit the FaceTime button, I didn't know Mickey had a head full of gray.
Yeah.
Boy, oh my God.
Yeah, he does.
We talked for a little bit. He talked about trying to get us some players that come to Grambling. He been out and talking to transfer portal guys already. I don't know if that's, but I ain't gonna get to that point. But
now he called me. He asked me about a couple kids in St. Louis. One particular kid that just transferred out of here. So, yeah, he's grinding right now.
All right, Bock, let's start. Let's go to we're gonna talk about Utah, man. Utah Utes, who finished the season 10-2, Big 12. Probably the third best team in the Big 12 when we talk about it, behind Texas Tech,
BYU.
BYU beat them, right?
Yeah. BYU beat them.
Texas Tech beat them, right?
Texas Tech.
So they
beat
lost
them.
to the two best teams in the conference.
Yeah, they did beat Arizona State, but you had a coach, Kyle Whittingham, who stepped down at first. Now he's taking the Michigan job, and he turns it over to Morgan Scaley, who's the defensive coordinator.
Coaching
Waiting. Will coach his first game, this game right here in the bowl game. I think the players are really going to be probably excited for him. When you talk about that, how much fire they come out with will be depends on how much fire Nebraska comes out with. I expect this to be a good game. I don't know how long it's going to be a great game, but when we look at the stats and the depth chart, these guys are a great team. I mean, not just on paper, but, when you look at their film work and everything they're associated with, this is a good team right here, Bob.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against that, and that's why I think a lot of people are that's why you see the spread where it is right now. But yeah, I mean, we can go up and down the roster and kind of look at Utah and what they bring to the table. First, I would like to at least get an idea of what their strengths are and where the weaknesses might be for Nebraska. So I'll just kind of rattle that off real quickly. They average 270 yards on the ground per game. That is second in the nation as part of a top 6 outfit on offense altogether. 478 yards per game, 0.6. That is number 6 in the nation as far as scoring offense goes. 40.9 points per game, and you can see that throughout a majority of their schedule. Put up 43 against UCLA, 48 against West Virginia, 42 against Arizona State, 53 against Colorado, 45 against Cincinnati, 55 against Baylor, 51 against Kansas State. There's some other scores in there as well, but just to let you know where those kind of numbers come from. So it is, I know a lot of it, you kind of think about Utah and Coach Whittingham and their tough-nosed defense. That offense has led the way this year for them. 87th, by the way, in passing offense, 208 yards per game there as well. Where they can be hit is perhaps the rushing defense. 183 yards given up per game rushing defensive wise. That's 113th in the nation. That's worse than Nebraska, who, of course, we know. Nebraska's 171 yards rushing per game became a frustration as that finished 94th in the nation. They're 17th in the nation in pass defense and 61st overall in total defense. Some of the other things to highlight, not very good at kickoff return, 128th there, but they're 16th in the nation in punt return. So I thought that's kind of interesting. 8th in the nation in sacks allowed, less than 1 per game, 11 on the year total, I believe, is where that's at. 4th in 4-down conversion, 8th in first down offense. So they've got a lot of strengths to kind of lean on there as we break into them. But we can get into their depth chart specifically here. At quarterback, Devin Dampier, junior, 5'11", 210 pounds, and he is what makes this offense go. They know how to run the quarterback. Yes. Dampier, 193 of 303. As far as the completion rating, that's 63.7%, 2,180 yards in the air, 22 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. But again, he does a lot of his damage on the ground. 127 carries, 687 yards on the ground, and 7 touchdowns. If he goes out, Bird Ficken is their backup, and he has some experience and has some numbers to his own name. 301 yards passing through the air, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, but 56 rushes, 503 yards, and 10 touchdowns as he filled in for Dampier in a game or two. So either quarterback, even if Dampier goes out, both of them are threats on the ground. At running back, they've got Daniel Bray listed as the starter, 5'10", 180 pounds. But Wayshawn Parker has been kind of their go-to guy throughout the year, 5'10", 205 pounds, 931 yards for Parker, 6 touchdowns. As far as Bray goes, 39 carries for 268 yards and a touchdown. So I'm interested in kind of what they're doing there. Naquari Rogers, another one, number 21 to look out for. Senior, 5'10", 210 pounds, 376 yards and 10 touchdowns. The point being, they're kind of running back by committee, but they're both their quarterbacks can run. That helps make up that potent second national ranking as far as the rushing attack goes. At wide receiver, if you kind of look out their most prolific guy, Ryan Davis, 5'11", 180-pound senior, 57 catches, 659 yards, and 4 touchdowns. They do get the tight end involved. Dallin Bentley, a senior, number 88 out there, 6'4", 259 yards, 259 pounds, second on the team with 514 yards entering the game, 5 touchdowns for him. Larry Simmons leads the team with 6 touchdowns. He is out there at number 12 at wide receiver, 271 yards and those 6 touchdowns as well. And also look out for J.J. Buchanan, their other tight end there, 351 yards and 4 touchdowns for him. The tackles is what's specifically interesting. They've got 2 tackles that are sitting out because they're getting ready for the NFL. Spencer Fano being the main one, the Outland Trophy Award winner, is big. Keith Olsen going to step in for him. 6'6", 307 pounds, sliding in there. On the other side, Caleb Lemieux also sitting out, 6'6", 308 pounds. Zeroy Williams going to be stepping in, 6'8", 305 pounds. Big guy. So also up front at center, Jaron Kump is 6'6", 315. Their guard, Michael Mokofisi, a senior, 6'4", 315 pounds. And their left guard, Tanoa Togia, a senior, 6'6", 321 pounds. So they've got the size up front.
That's a guard, 6'6"?
6'6", 320.
Gee, when we talk about this offense for BYU, I think the thing that steps out to me is the 37 yards, 37 touchdowns. When you talk about that with the 6.1 yard a carry.
Rushing, yeah.
Rushing, when we talk about that part. And then how tall these guys are. I mean, you've got I don't think we have but one person on our defensive line that's 6'6", and that's probably William Nwida. But when you look at guys like Cam Lenhart, who's probably 6'2", Elijah Judy, he's probably 6'1". These guys are going to be looking up the whole game. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how we can try to, get some push on these big guys and very big offensive line. Like you said, good rushing stats when you look at it. Over 6 guys with over 100 yards rushing. When you say that part, Bob, but that's just a good rushing team when you look at all the rushers they have. I mean, I would love to be in a running back in this type of offense right here when you see all the rushing yards these guys have.
I think the key to it is their quarterback, the quarterback run game, because now it's evenly matched. It's 11 on 11. You know what I mean? So can we win in a one-on-one situation when we're put in that situation on the defense against that offense, against those offensive linemen? Can we win in a one-on-one situation when the linemen get up to the second level? Can we get off a block as a defensive back or as a linebacker to go make a play? That's where the key to the game is going to be, because that's going to be a lot of meat leaning on you for 4 quarters. Can we sustain it? Can we hold up against them?
Yeah. Bob?
Yeah, let's go down the defensive side of the ball. Again, went through some of their stats there, but wanted to also let you know the size they've got going on there. So a couple of defensive ends are going to be out here. Logan Fano Jr., 6'5". He's going to be sitting out looking to go pro. He is the brother of Spencer Fano, who I mentioned on the opposite side, the Outland Trophy Award winner. Also in the news today, wasn't going to play one way or the other because he had a season-ending injury against Kansas State late in the season. John Henry Daly is on the front line for Utah as well. 11.5 sacks this past year. I mean, he was in All-American discussions from just about everybody out there. He's entering the transfer portal, so we'll have to see if he follows his head coach to Michigan. That certainly could be in play there. But those are their top 2 sack artists, if you will. Cash Dillon who is starting at the defensive inside on the other right end there, is a freshman. He has 3.5 sacks on the year. So that's their leading sack artist going into the game. They're playing without their top two in that category. But we can go through it here. Stepping in for Fano will be Alex Cloward, a sophomore, 6'3", 247 pounds at defensive end. I mentioned Cash Dillon, the other defensive end, redshirt freshman, 6'5", 252 pounds. At defensive tackle, Aliki Vimaha, 6'4", 302 pounds. The other defensive tackle, Jonah Laee, sophomore, 6'5", 285 pounds. At linebacker, Jonathan Hall may be the one to look out for there. He leads the team in tackles with 65. The junior is 6'1", 226 pounds, number 7 out there for the youth. The other linebacker, Lander Barton, 6'5", 240 pounds. And then they run 5 defensive backs as well. At nickel will be Smith Snowden, 5'10", 185-pound junior is number 2 out there. Their cornerbacks, Elijah Davis and Blake Cotton. Davis is 6 foot, 185 pounds. Cotton, a senior, 6'2", 195 pounds. Their safeties are Tao Johnson, 6'1", 200-pound junior, and Jackson Benny, a 6'2", 109-pound sophomore out there. If you're looking at the team lead in interceptions, it is Jackson Benny there with 4, but they've got a couple other guys, handful of guys with 2, 14 interceptions in total for Utah. So a little bit more than 1 per game.
You said a linebacker, 6'5". He has to put his hand in the ground.
Yeah, 6'5", 240.
He has to be a stand-up DN type. There's no way he's lined up at the second level as a 6'5" linebacker.
Well, he has 51 tackles on the year.
Yeah.
1.5 sacks.
That's a lot of size, brother.
Yeah.
That's a lot of size. So can we match up offensively against their defensive line? And can we win one-on-one battles up front on the offensive line against their defensive line? Can we get to the second level and win one-on-one battles there? Can our receivers sustain blocks in the run game, or can they get open and make people miss in the pass game? That's going to be the key. But this is a really good physical football team.
And we look too, I always want to look at the special teams. So quickly we can take a peek at their kicker there, Dylan Curtis. Dylan Curtis is a freshman. Solid years, did miss a few extra points, so that's something to keep in mind. Could happen here again in this game. And of course, misses, who knows, miss snaps, that sort of stuff. But 63 of 65 on the year for extra points, 10 of 14 from field goal range, so pretty solid. Just 2 of 5 from 40 to kind of 49, altogether over 40 yards. 4 of 8 because he was 2 of 3 from over 50. So as a long of 54, has gotten long enough leg to keep him interesting and stretch the field there. But possible that he could miss. As at 10 of 14, that's solid, not great as far as the kicker goes. That's around 70%.
Yeah, I think we keep him outside the 40. We have a good chance of them missing the field goal. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure. His percentage is low, like Farley's percentage.
Not lower than yours.
Yes, it is right now.
Just a little bit. Yeah,
just a little bit.
All right, y'all, let's go to break. And when we come back, we'll talk more football right here at 93.7 The Ticket. Bock The Blackshirt, K-Dub, Low Percentage Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket all week for coverage of Nebraska football's appearance in the 2025 Las Vegas Bowl. Coverage of Nebraska football's bowl game is sponsored by Advanced Medical Imaging, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, MWR Building and Fence, and Amigos Kings Classic on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
The holidays are here, and there's every reason to make Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina part of your plans. Are you heading to a Nebraska basketball game? Stop at Tipsy Tina's before or after for delicious tacos. Meeting friends for drinks for an ugly sweater get-together? Enjoy Tipsy Tina's variety of margaritas. And if you're not sure about what to get for a gift this year, Tipsy Tina's gift cards are always a great idea. Don't forget about the event space at Salt next door to Tipsy Tina's, all of them located in the Haymarket at 8th and Q.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Don't be fooled by the typical holiday ads this year. A new car for your significant other is a dream, but not a likely reality. Why not upgrade the current car you have with a detail? This year's hot item is a gift certificate from Nebraska Auto Detail to make your car look and smell fully refreshed again. We all have clutter and we all make messes, but it doesn't have to stay like that. Give the gift of a clean car this holiday. Buy your certificate at NebraskaAutoDetail.com or call 402-601-5086 for an appointment today.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends. We're kicking off 2026 with a party on Friday, January 2nd, featuring Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys, who are turning 93.7 The Ticket into a skate park. You heard that right. Make plans to stop by The Ticket between 5 and 8 p.m. on Friday, January 2nd for a live broadcast of culture and coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a vintage market plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you do not want to miss. Stop by the Ticket prior to the Nebraska basketball game on Friday, January 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Haters gonna hate, Bob. Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is K-Dub Tuesday. Former coach, recruiter, Blackshirt, CFL player, and now not so good at picking games.
There we go. See?
All right,
I've
y'all.
been very good.
It is our annual pick'em, so we finna pick these games. It's like 13 games, so let's see how everybody does this week.
Yeah, it's a big week, as we've been kind of talking about throughout the show. There's going to be a few more games. Of course, the college football playoffs still to pick after this, but that's just 3-4 games after this. So this is pretty much what it comes down to as Terrell enters tied with the text line and one notch behind Kenny in the winning percentage. So we'll see what it comes down to. Big in myself. I'll still make the picks, but I'm all but eliminated, but that's fine. We could still have fun making the picks. As usual, first one on the text line to text in their pick will represent the text line. Once again, it's a big pick'em day for the text line. So make sure to have your texting fingers ready. 402-464-5685. And let's get this thing going. By the way, there is a game going on right now, bowl game going on right now. Coastal Carolina up 7-3 on Louisiana Tech about 2 minutes ago in the first half there. All of us picked Louisiana Tech, so one way or the other, that won't affect the standings, but might affect your percentage points there once again, fellas.
Mm-hmm. Let's go text line. Let's go text line.
Let's go text line. Let's get into it. Get ready here because there are a few more games this evening that we got to get to and then pick for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as well. Let's start with the Music City Bowl. Tennessee and Illinois. Remember, the Big Ten's been doing pretty good in bowl season so far. Hasn't taken a loss. Could it happen today? $36 to get into the Music City Bowl. Tennessee favored by 3.
Well, everybody be looking at me like I got to go first. You know?
I can go first. I'm out of it.
I'll go. Let's see.
Text lines will beat you to it. They're picking Tennessee.
I'll go Illinois.
Oh, there we go. That could be the pick that makes the difference. One way or the other.
Dang it, Bob. Yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
I want Illinois to show up and get this W, but I think I'm gonna ride with the text line on this one. I think I'm gonna go
Tennessee?
Rocky Top.
There you go. Yeah. Who's Orange Burns brighter here?
You know what Rocky Top is named after, don't you?
No.
Okay.
The mountains?
Yeah, exactly, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the mountain.
Okay. Bob?
You don't have anything else with it?
Nope.
I'm going to go with the Fighting Illini with Terrell there. I think the Big Ten has looked good so far.
Bob, don't follow him, man.
I was going to pick that either way. Another chance for the Big Ten to get another win. Number 16, USC against TCU in the Alamo Bowl. Is there a basement in the Alamo? I don't know. $52 to get in. USC favored by 5.5.
I'll take that, US. I'm a Trojan man.
Bach, I hate to say it, but I'm going to follow him.
You're a Trojan man as well?
It's going to be interesting because TCU, that's right down the road from where they play.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have more fans there.
Fans don't play the game.
TCU has been pretty good lately, late in the season. But I'm going to go and stick with my gun. I'm going to go with the Trojans.
Yeah, it looks like the text line going with the Trojans as well. You're right. It's been interesting. The TCU hasn't been too bad as of late. They're going to that game at 8-4. They beat Houston. Remember, they beat Cincinnati. I'm gonna go against the curve there, guys. I think I'm gonna go with TCU to get that victory.
Good pick, Bob.
Let's get
Have your
into.
E ready for you Friday.
Let's go into Wednesday's matchups. We'll start with number 23 Iowa against number 14 Vanderbilt. $66 to get in. This is the ReliaQuest Bowl. Vanderbilt and Diego Pavia favored by 5.5.
I hate to tell you, but I'm going with Iowa. I'm going with Iowa. Great defense. They scored 40 points against us, so scoring is not a factor in this game. It's about who wins at the end of the game. And I'm going with Iowa.
It would be interesting to see how Iowa has done against teams with running quarterbacks. It'd be interesting to see. But I didn't like the way he handled himself after the Heisman Trophy thing. So I'm going to go with the Hawkeyes.
There's 2 Iowa picks there. The text line also going with Iowa, 2588 picking Iowa. Again, I'm going to go against the curve and bet on Vanderbilt. So, hey, you guys, maybe I'm going to get an opportunity to get back in this thing.
That a boy, Bob.
If this keeps going this way.
Yeah, I love it, Bob.
Let's get to Jeff Sims and Arizona State against Duke. $42 to get into the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Wow. Duke is favored by 3. They're great.
Yeah, you went against Jeff Sims all year, bro.
No, I actually went with Jeff Sims, and he lost the game for me, and I picked one, and he won the game for me. But
Duke's fresh off that. Didn't they win the ACC championship?
Yeah.
I go
Techline picks Duke.
I go Duke.
All right. Terrell picks Duke. Techline picks Duke. I can make the pick before you, Kenny, here. I'm going to go with Duke, too. I like the Blue Devils in this one.
Bob, this guy right here, man, Bob, he doesn't have the right to go last.
Why is
We're
that?
gonna start making this guy go
You see what I'm
first.
saying, man?
You see how he try to wait
I'm going
everybody
to go
out?
Duke. I'm going Duke.
You haven't picked one first
Yes,
time
I have.
yet.
Yes, I have.
What game have you picked first? Yeah. Tell me.
Bob, come on, here we go, Bob.
All right, yeah. Kenny, you get the first
I'll
one
get
here.
the first one on here.
Number 18, Michigan. Number 13, Texas. The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. $43 to get in. Longhorns down, but they're favored by 7.
I'm going to go horns up.
There you go. We picked first.
What you waiting on? You study long, you study wrong.
I go Texas, man.
Oh, look at him.
There.
Michigan is in limbo. I mean,
they're not in limbo
well,
anymore.
You don't know who's going to leave, though.
Huh?
You don't know who's still going to leave, though, or who opted out, or who's
They ain't
going to
nobody
play.
opted out, I don't think.
Well,
we ain't heard.
We don't know
Underwood's playing, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
You guess. You guess. Didn't you say Texas starting 3 running backs went in the portal?
Mm-hmm.
So they ain't got a running back.
They don't need one. They got.
I may have to rethink that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nope, I'm good. I'm gonna stay with it, Bob.
All right, text line's going Texas too. I think it's a tough bet for a lot of people because of the Michigan stuff going on. I'm gonna go with Texas as well. Though I would have an opportunity to try to chase my way back.
Yes, you would, because
Yeah.
I think Michigan's gonna bash their head in.
Maybe you should go against
Go
the
ahead, Bob.
grain there. We'll wait. We'll put another Wednesday game on hold for Nebraska, Utah. We could put that at the end, but I'll put a little asterisk next to
No,
it. so I
I'm
know
good
to get
with it.
back
I'm
to it.
good
You just want to
with
make the
our
pick right here?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Huskers and Utah, $56 to get in. Las Vegas Bowl. Utes favored by 14.
Utes. The Utes.
The Utes.
Utah Utes.
Utah Utes.
Text line's already chiming in. A couple Utahs in. Utah's the pick from the text line.
I'm following that cab. Utah Utes.
Does anybody believe? Do you believe, Terrell?
Utah, Bob.
There it is, Utah. I don't want to make a big deal out of it either. I'm going to go with Utah as well. Let's get into the first college football playoff matchup. Then number 10, Miami. Number 2, Ohio State. $33 to get into the Cotton Bowl. Not too expensive.
No, it's not.
Ohio State favored by 9.5.
What you doing, Farley?
I got to give Bob this information. Right
Bob.
Oh, there it is. O-H-I. I don't know how it goes.
I don't know how it go either.
That doesn't look like an I.
No, it does
But you're
not.
going with the O-H-I.
Yeah, having it. Oh, how they do that?
How did they do an I? I don't know.
47. How much you say for a ticket, Bob?
I think it was $33 last time I checked.
47 to $710.
So you can get in for $47. Yeah.
And the highest is $710.
Oof, that's crazy.
And I'll take OSU. 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 OSU.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's going behind the Big Ten in that one as well. I'll stick with you guys and go with Ohio State. Let's get into the Thursday, then New Year's Day matchups in the college football playoff. Number 5, Oregon. Number 4, Texas Tech. $45 was the last price I saw for the Orange Bowl. Oregon favored by 2.5, the lower seed in this one.
53 to 2,453, Bob.
For that game?
Yeah.
Text line's going to Oregon, by the way.
I'm going with Oregon.
Girl's going with Oregon.
Man, oh, man.
Oh, no, Bob. They go Tech.
Text line went Tech? That's where they get you at. I'm going to Oregon.
Bob.
Oh, it did go Tech, did it?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, they just went Texas Tech. Yeah, I think that got in first.
Yeah.
You got that Mission Impossible music going. I love it.
I'm going to Oregon.
Going to Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to Oregon, too. I think Texas Tech is new to the table, right? Oregon definitely belongs in the top 5. Let's go to number 9, Alabama. Number 1, Indiana. It's the Rose Bowl. Indiana favored by 7 points here.
132 to $889 is the high.
Are you rolling Tide?
Google me.
You're not rolling Tide?
Google me.
I'm going to go with the Fighting Cincinnati's also, Bob. I think this is their year. I truly do. I think it's their year.
Yeah, Indiana across the board, though. Could be an interesting one. We'll see what type of Alabama shows up as part of that. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 3, Georgia. It's the Sugar Bowl. College football playoffs. Of course, Georgia favored by 6.5.
$235 to the highest, $3,248. Y'all want me to pick first on this?
Nope. Because we know who you going with. Ole Miss should have beat them the first game.
Oh, whatever.
They should have beat them.
Whatever. Won't you bet with them this time?
They should have beat them.
Won't you go with them, Kenny? Go ahead.
You want me to go with them?
Go ahead.
You want me to go with them?
Go ahead. Hey, man, we're on that, Kenny.
Bob, put me down for the Bulldogs.
There we go. Barking Bulldogs there. Text line's got the Bulldogs. Is that Terrell barking or is that Kenny?
That was me.
Oh, that's Kenny barking.
He got a poodle bark.
Oh, okay.
He can't do that.
Atomic dogs. Atomic dog. Wow, EPA. Yeah, give me them dogs, Bob.
All right, all 4 barking dogs there on the picks. The text line did pick Georgia as well. Let's see if we can get a little bit of variety here, getting out of the college football playoff. Seems like everybody's going with the favorites. Let's go into Friday's match. Right, Texas State, the Armed Forces Bowl. Texas State favored by 14.5.
You said Rice and Texas State?
Yep.
Texas State. How many they favored by, Bob?
14.5.
Yeah, I take Texas State.
Yep. Texas State.
Yeah, I'm going with Texas State. Don't know much about the game, but the spread says something.
San Marcos, Texas. That's a beautiful place now. Beautiful campus. They got a river running right through where you can just float through the river right through campus.
That does sound kind of nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Texas State, by the way, picked off the text line. Everybody going that way. Navy in Cincinnati, the Liberty Bowl. I have some scribble around. I don't know who's favored. Somebody's favored by 7.
No Sorensby.
Yeah.
Because he went in the portal, right? I'm going with Navy. They ain't have enough time to practice that option football. I'm going with Navy. Go ahead with your Cincinnati Bearcats. Go ahead. Come on. Don't be scared.
Bob?
I'm pushing it off over here.
Yeah, you're pushing it off over there.
Fair enough. I was trying to see if I could run it down to see who was actually favored in that one. It is Cincinnati who is favored. It is Navy that is favored, but Cincinnati is the ESPN matchup predictor. So that's kind of interesting, a split there. Man, that's a tough one. I almost want to agree. I mean, they did have plenty of time to prepare for the option, didn't they? I mean, this is as much time as you're going to get.
Yeah, but when you ain't faced it all year, 4 weeks ain't enough, Bob.
Yeah.
Eye discipline. Assignment football. I think Snow said it today when he did an interview. Eye discipline is going to be the key for Nebraska against this Utah team. Eye discipline with them in that option game, ain't enough time in the day, Bob.
Text line's going with your prediction there. I'm going to go with that. You tucked me into it. I like it. I'm going with Navy as well.
I disagree because defensive backs are not supposed to look in the backfield.
So, again, there's a run-pass key, right, for defensive backs, linebackers, right? Eye discipline, run-pass key. There's an option. There's a dive, quarterback, and pitch player. If you take your eye off your assignment for 1 second, they got you.
Footwork, gap integrity, not being able to get off the block.
Eye discipline take you to that.
Well, you still have
because
to fight out.
If you false step, because your eye saw something that it didn't see, you in trouble. Eye discipline, son. I'm telling you. We can go watch. I hate to say it. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but Iowa State, Nebraska, 1992. There was a lot of eye violations in that game that cost us that game. So, pick who you want, bro.
Oh, I'm going with Navy.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with Navy as well.
Yeah,
Okay, there we
I'm not going to pick nobody that ain't got their quarterback.
Let's go to the Holiday Bowl. Arizona and SMU. Arizona ranked number 17 and favored by 2.5.
Arizona, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going SMU.
Ooh, you going with the Mustangs?
Yeah.
Fighting Eric Dickersons?
I rode with them all last year.
SMU.
Yep. Didn't I, Bob?
Yeah. Is that your pick as well, Kenny?
No.
I'm
not.
Text line went with SMU.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm finna catch them one game right here, Bob.
You like Zona?
Yeah.
I like Arizona too. Good pick. Good pick.
That a boy, Bob.
Final pick here for the day, the Mayo Bowl. Who's getting mayonnaise dumped on them? Wake Forest versus Mississippi State. Bulldogs favored by 3 despite their 5-7 record going into the bowl.
Mississippi State is?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I know a couple of guys on Wake Forest's staff. So I'm going to go with the Deeks.
I like Wake Forest as well.
Farley?
Text line's going Mississippi State.
You going to ring the cowbell or what? You going to ring the cowbell?
Yeah, I go Mississippi State.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there we have it. That locks in the final picks of the bowl game before we get to the final of the college football playoff. Maybe it'll be close enough, and we'll see if those picks are going to matter much after this group of games. Lots of different picks there.
There was a lot of different variety. Good job, Farley.
Good job, Bob.
Good job, text line.
Good job, Kenny. Mr. Percentage.
It all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this.
93.7 The Ticket. Bock the Blackshirt here with K-Dove Tuesday in effect only on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back. Last segment, Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, Old School, coming up after this.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
We're kicking off 2026 with a party on Friday, January 2nd, featuring Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys, who are turning 93.7 The Ticket into a skate park. You heard that right. Make plans to stop by The Ticket between 5 and 8 p.m. on Friday, January 2nd for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a vintage market plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you do not want to miss. Stop by the ticket prior to the Nebraska basketball game on Friday, January 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2026 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket all week for coverage of Nebraska football's appearance in the 2025 Las Vegas Bowl. Coverage of Nebraska football's bowl game is sponsored by Advanced Medical Imaging, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, MWR Building and Fence, and Amigos Kings Classic on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Don't be fooled by the typical holiday ads this year. A new car for your significant other is a dream, but not a likely reality. Why not upgrade the current car you have with a detail? This year's hot item is a gift certificate from Nebraska Auto Detail to make your car look and smell fully refreshed again. We all have clutter and we all make messes, but it doesn't have to stay like that. Give the gift of a clean car this holiday. Buy your certificate at nebraskaautodetail.com or call 402-601-5086 for an appointment today.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
The holidays are here, and there's every reason to make Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina part of your plans. Are you heading to a Nebraska basketball game? Stop at Tipsy Tina's before or after for delicious tacos. Meeting friends for drinks for an ugly sweater get-together? Enjoy Tipsy Tina's variety of margaritas. And if you're not sure about what to get for a gift this year, Tipsy Tina's gift cards are always a great idea. Don't forget about the event space at Salt next door to Tipsy Tina's, all of them located in the Haymarket at 8th and Q.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. All right, y'all, I got just a little news bit right here. A young Georgia fan who refused to sing Rocky Top Mountain at his school, I guess he go to school in Tennessee, got tickets to the Sugar Bowl as a gift from Georgia fans.
Attaboy.
Yeah, Bock, you can see him, the whole school is singing Rocky Top Mountain. He's sitting there like a mute.
He's like this.
I refuse to sing it.
He's just shaking his head. Nope.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Nope.
Good for him. That was a good one.
Yep. Good job, Georgia, for taking care of that young man.
All right, Bach. Trayvon Diggs and his brother. Well, Trayvon Diggs got released from the Dallas Cowboys today. I don't know how much money he gets a guarantee because what contract did he sign, Bach?
I'd have to go back and look at it. I mean, he was one of the defensive player of the year a few years ago.
Yeah.
Or up for it. I don't know if he actually won it, but
yeah. Now he's gone. Cowboys is a dumpster fire, by the way.
Yeah.
They're
bad. I mean, they're about worse than my Falcons. But then his brother had an incident happen on December 2nd. Now he's facing charges of felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault. So the NFL has not ruled on that yet, but he may be missing the playoffs after all, Buck.
New England's having a good run, too.
Yeah.
They're having a really good season. So, yeah, that may hurt New England.
yeah, he's their leading receiver.
Yeah, that may hurt them.
Yeah, I don't know how much he signed for.
Yeah, so it was all the way back in 2011 when he kind of had his breakout campaign with 11 picks. Was not defensive player of the year, so I stand corrected there, but I had to be close to it. Since then, spent a few seasons in Dallas, has kind of been banged up. Only played in 7 games this past year. So obviously, if you best ability or one of the best abilities is availability, and he hasn't had as much of that in the last 3 seasons.
All right, Bach. The NCAA says they will not grant eligibility to any prospect or returning student athlete who has signed an NBA contract, including a 2-way contract.
Love it.
So they're going to get stricter on the rules of letting older guys back into the college world.
Love it.
Yeah, it needs to probably happen. Obviously a lot of people are kind of looking at a couple of those players that have played some G League ball, getting back into it. Even a player that was drafted in the NBA draft that's getting back into it because he played overseas. So got to do something again. And I'm hopeful that NCAA and college basketball can try to stand up on their own and not just wait for all these football decisions to kind of come down.
Yeah. Bach, there are 1,397 college football players in the transfer portal.
That's it?
As of right now.
I thought there was more.
It's going to be more.
Yeah, remember, it doesn't officially open until Friday, and then the floodgates will open, I think is the expectation. Dana Holgerson even talking about kind of domino. What was he put it? Dominoes are going to start falling, especially in the quarterback room. So we'll see how that plays out. Might know by Friday who Nebraska is going to be bringing in for competition with TJ Lateef, or we might at least know, in the very least, some names that won't be on the board for that, because I'm interested to see how much of it, it's kind of like NFL free agency too. Like every once in a while, it's like, all right, free agency hits at midnight, and then at midnight you get all the deals that are announced. It's like, well, free agency just hit. How did they get all this done in less than a minute?
Come on, man. You know how they got all this done. Yeah, that behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tampering.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to finish this off with a little Nebraska talk. I think tomorrow when the game comes on, if Nebraska wants to win, they have to play like their hair's on fire. Just play football, do more thinking before you react, be smart about things, because this is a powerful, big offensive line for the guys. Also a big defensive line. I think, run behind the blockers. We don't have a guy like Emmett who created stuff by himself with his moves. So these guys have to be creative back there. Somebody's going to have to take this running back position either way it goes, but at the same time, just, play your game and just play Husker football.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. We kind of mentioned it earlier. I think this game is going to come down to the ground game. And as people have been kind of stating all along, maybe that doesn't fit so well for Nebraska going up against the number 2 rushing defense. But again, on the opposite side of that ball, Utah's defense has struggled mightily against the run themselves. 112th in the nation coming into it. Kansas State had a running back pop off for 293 yards against them in one of their final games. So it is possible to get to the Utes that way. They're also going to be without 2 of their best defensive linemen. So if Nebraska can get the run game going, I think they can keep this game closer than what people think. And of course, they're going to have to do their best to keep Utah contained in their mobile quarterback with that as well, and their high-powered offense. So I think as is often the case for Nebraska, and in the Big Ten, this is kind of a Big Ten-like opponent. The better team on the ground is going to win, and that hasn't been Nebraska more often than not this year. But if you want a chance that, all you can ask for an opportunity to kind of change that narrative. You remember Nebraska and Mike Riley's first season years back. Nobody expected them to come out and dominate the ground against UCLA. They did, surprisingly won that game and kind of changed the narrative heading into the offseason. Hopefully we can see a repeat performance from that.
Will we have a running 100-yard rusher?
Better be. I just don't know who.
Will we have a 100-yard
that will
rusher?
be?
Farley?
I don't know.
That's the key.
I don't know.
Because you're missing a lot of yards with him and not playing.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And that's what it comes down to, too, is that we were kind of talking about what was Nebraska's identity throughout the year, and it was kind of changing. The identity certainly just became Emmett Johnson. So you're going to have to find a different identity or something to make it work. Maybe it's TJ Lateef. We talked about it, Kenny, on the break. Utah should be plenty ready for a mobile quarterback because they've got two of their own. I mean, that's the system they run, so they practice against it. But you just got to find a way to be 1 point better than Utah and shock the college football world tomorrow.
Got to be. 1 point better.
By the way, before we get out of here, Chip Kelly to Northwestern as the offensive coordinator. Quick thoughts?
Farley, you made a comment on break.
What'd you say now?
Oh, the Chip Kelly to Northwestern. I want to get a quick thought on that.
Farley on break was quoted as saying, doesn't fit what they do.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a high-powered guy, and you don't have high-powered players over there. I mean, they're smart, but I don't think they're that great of athletes to change that around in 1 year. Might be a learning experience, might be a one and done for Chip Kelly again. So who knows? Last 3 years haven't been 4 years haven't been great for him.
They have not.
He's just like the guy that Bill Belichick hired.
Oh, Petrino.
Yeah. They bowed on their deathbed of college football. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock The Blackshirt, K-Dub Tuesday. We will have a lot more coming up. What is that, Bock?
Friday. Y'all on Friday, right?
No, we're on tomorrow.
Oh, y'all on tomorrow?
Yeah, we're on tomorrow.
Pregame. Not Bock The Blackshirt,
no,
though.
Not Bock The Blackshirt. Pregame starts at 12 o'clock. The whole crew will be in. DP, Jake Sorensen and Nick Sainert will be live in Vegas, and the rest of us guys will be live here in the studio on 1040 10th O Street. 93.7 The Ticket. We out.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce.